perfect? Oh, so much better, because the new Clarisonic is here today. This is your final look. Took 10 years, 1 decade to develop. It is smart, it is multitasking, and it is now 3 Clarisonics rolled into one. It does your face, it does your body. Normally you have to buy at least 1 or 2 different units just for that. And now it gives you your pedi. If you bought all the tools necessary to get those 3 high-tech functions in the patented Clarisonic technology, you would be spending over $400. Let me tell you what's in the little configuration here, and then we're gonna dive in, because I live for the Clarisonic, even the old one, which is amazing, and I own, with my husband, 3 of them. It's a sick obsession. It has never gotten my face cleaner. This is the new Clarisonic Smart. You're getting a face brush there and a face brush down there. And would you believe these face brushes, thanks to the microchip inside the brush, can now rotate at a different speed to target a different part of your face based on deep pore cleansing needs, or sensitive needs, or the body. Now the same device also does the body. You get a little Try Me starter cleansers, love that, and then wait. What we launched live last year was huge. The Clarisonic Pedi, with all the potions and formulas, but the big thing, the buffing disc that now gives you an at-home pedicure. That was its own separate tool when it first launched on the Q as well. Now the one smart sonic device does all of that. And let me just show you how awesome is our price, because I'm just going to tell you, the Smart unit, 10 years in the making, it is now even better than the original. It launched yesterday at retail. Their price just for the device on its own, $265. Our price today, $249. But we give you an extra facial brush, we give you all of the products, we give you the whole pedicure assortment, and still our price is less than theirs just for the single smart device. This is your last look. We would love your calls if you love Clarisonic like I do. I always joke with Dr. Rob Akeridge, who's the co-founder of the technology.
To say the dress is hot.
Thank you, sir.
Incredible.
I always say to Dr. Rob, here's the deal. If I ever quit and or get fired from this amazing network, the very first place that I will be coming to with my resume is Clarisonic, because you changed my life 8 years ago when I came to the Q.
Thank you very much.
So, but I use your Clarisonic. We always have learned in Tuesday Night Beauty and beyond, where we constantly, consistently have the Mia and the Clarisonic and the original, 6 times better makeup removal off your face than just manual washing.
So what we've done now is, so we had this huge goal to achieve above what we normally do with Clarisonic. We launched Clarisonic in 2004 at a plastic surgery meeting here in Philadelphia. And then in 2007, we came on QVC. It has changed the way women cleanse their face all over the United States, all over the world. And we had this perfection that we had done. We'd patented all that technology. We'd put it into a handle. The question is, how do we improve on perfection? And what we've done is we've now taken the brush heads and we've microchipped them so that they can then take control of the handle and give you better cleansing than you can by hand, 11 times better with this particular brush head. And it's all about capitalizing on other frequencies that we can't do with the existing Clarisonic.
It's not just the 11 times better, getting the gunk and the oil and the sebum and the makeup and the stuff that has been sitting deep in your pores, those crevices that superficial washing just can't get to without the sonic vibration that gently unearths all that gunk. Not only is it cleaner, 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 deeper, better, better, better. Now, this same device, my friend, can actually, as you're cleaning your face with smart tech, changes the frequency based on where you're washing. It just kind of has a brain and knows it needs to go deeper through the oily T-zone and then slow down and go sensitive in the cheek. What is that?
That's because we know that the technology we have and we've patented has different functions, and we've capitalized on it with these smart brush heads, both for the face and the body. But there's so many other features that we have built into this handle. We actually have a little video clip to show you those. So actually, we're talking about the smart brush heads. You can actually see the little tag there on the brush head. So what happens is when the brush head gets close to the handle and it's applied, it takes over the handle and tells it what to do according to the protocol built into the brush head. Then there's the replacement feature that's on the handle, the low battery life indicator. It tells you what mode it's in, and there's a turbo button. So when you actually want to amplify the results, you can do that.
You can use it in the shower. It is a wet dry unit like the original.
Right.
I mean, for the face, for the body, for the pedicure,
Right.
we're gonna just break it on down, and we've got about 25 minutes with Dr. Rob. If you have questions, if you are delighted, this is the one and done, smartest, bestest, quickest, coolest, multitaskingest. This now does every place on the body, head to toe.
Yes.
And we're gonna show head to toe right now. Pictures.
Right, because what we've done is we do a lot of clinical research. We're just not about just creating something. We want to create the best there is. We have a clinical group. That's someone that actually does all the studies for us. That top image is someone's forehead. Obviously, we put on a very dark pigmented, long wear makeup, and we put in a test area with a marker. And we wanted to see how effective is manual cleansing to remove that long wearing makeup versus sonic smart technology. The image below, after manual cleansing, look, inside the test area where that marker is, you could count those pores because the makeup is still packed in there.
Yep.
Now, normally, if it was the makeup that you'd normally wear, you'd have a makeup that matched your skin, so you wouldn't know all that makeup's still stuck on your skin. But look after smart profile cleansing. It has gone in there and removed the makeup from the pores. And so your skin, once you apply your serums or moisturizers, it absorbs better because you've been sonically cleansed. But there's more. Remember, this is not just about the face. You put our body brush on, this is the season where people are going into the self-tanners.
Self-tan.
And we do have a body brush that works fairly well in the plus, but we wanted something that was just incredible, awesome. And what we've created, look on the left, that is after like 5 days of tan. It starts getting all spotty. We drew a circle in there, a test area, we exfoliated manually. You can still see those spots. So if you put a tanner on there, it's gonna make those spots darker or the skin's gonna keep flaking off and you're not gonna have a good self-tan. On the right, you can see what happens if you use the Smart Profile Body Exfoliating Brush. It cleans out that area, gets rid of all those spots, so when you do apply your self-tanner, it goes on evenly and you look like a bronze baby.
I realize that this is an odd suggestion coming from a woman who owns 3 original Clarisonics. However, I would like to suggest that since this is every Clarisonic ever invented in one unit and one configuration, only on QVC by the way, we've thrown in the pedi and all the face and body, the microchip technology, the frequency that now has a brain and adjusts based on the different parts of your body that you use it, a little microchip that even tells you when it's time to replace the brush. I would just suggest if you have one of the originals, the Mia, the full size on the vanity cradle, gift that to someone, to your sister, to your husband, to your teenage daughter, and go in for the now biggest, newest, coolest, most fully featured
Yes, definitely.
that you guys make. And I want to remind everybody, Dr. Rob, because we've got plenty of time here, but now's a good time if you're just joining us to dive in and just remind you, price-wise, what we're doing. This unit, the Smart, just launched at retail yesterday. They don't give you any of that frills and bells and whistles, and certainly none of the petty stuff. They just give you this, one face brush, one body brush, and they will charge you $265. We throw in an additional face brush, some face cleansers and polishers to get you started. Over here, the big wow that's worth about $200 that you can only get if you buy the $200 Clarisonic 4 pedi is actually the pedi tools and resources. You're actually looking at the pedi buffing disc, pedi balm. There's a pedi glycolic acid. And all of that can be used now with your Clarisonic that does your face and your body as well. On your screen, the number one reason people come to QVC for things like Dooney, for things like Clarisonic is because we have Easy Pay. You're getting home what is easily a $383 at retail value for $49 and change at the best time, because Dr. Rob, like tomorrow's February.
I know.
We're already thinking spring.
I know, it's great. It's gonna be great for your body and great for your sandals. And Lisa's here with us.
Hi, girl.
And she's gonna show you how effective the new Smart Profile is at removing long-wearing makeup.
So you've seen me do this before if you've seen the Clarisonic demonstration, but what's different is this isn't 6 times cleaner skin, this is 11 times. So this is hand washing, and when you manually wash long-wearing makeup, which these are 3 products I love, I wear them every day because they're long-wearing, it just sort of smears around. But when I get the Smart Profile wet, tap it off a little bit, I'm gonna turn this on, and I want you to see truly how it's like magic. It just sort of dissolves right in front of your eyes.
So I have to say that if we just go back to really the beginnings of,
yes.
of
Yeah.
what you helped to pioneer, when I came to QVC 8 years ago, I can actually tell you this is the #1 best thing that I ever discovered.
Yes.
And it has so polished and buffed and anti-aged and smoothed and smaller pores and fine lines, wrinkles, because you're actually deep cleaning out of the crevice pores, the
Right.
deep
Right.
beneath the surface, the stuff that lingers in there
Yes.
and causes havoc.
It does. And the other thing about this is that people that have a Clarisonic say, well, how much better can this really be? I mean, come on. And we know that now that women are using it, after the first time they put this Smart Profile dynamic brush on their face, they can tell that it's totally different than the other Clarisonic.
So while Lisa's doing this, can you kind of speak to that a little bit? Because I met with Dr. Robin and the whole science team yesterday, and it was pretty crazy because you were describing that when you use, because again, this is now the Smart, it can be used on the face, on the body, and on the feet, and it has the brain to know how to change the frequencies to do the different needs of those areas.
Right.
When we talked about the face, describe the whole T-zone thing,
Right.
and then it switches frequencies to do the cheeks, and it just kind of knows how to do
So
that.
what happens is when you turn this, let me see which brush head I have here. So I've got a special brush head, and this shortens the whole protocol just so, because of TV, timing and stuff. So when you turn this brush head on, you put cleanser on the brush and wet your face, you turn it on, put it on your forehead, it starts the deep pore brush. You want to use that on the T-zone. It beeps twice and carries you through that, but on the third beep, it actually turns into a sensitive brush head. Did you hear the frequency change? It lowered the frequency so that you can then do your cheeks, and it goes 10 seconds on each cheek, and then you're done. Because these are the areas of the face that you want to be gentle with,
Yep.
and that here, because it's congested, there's more oil, dead skin,
Yep,
the makeup
yep.
that gets in through here.
It's totally a
It's-
customized facial.
Right.
And by the way, normally, I love the original Clarisonic, again, own 3, slightly obsessive. Normally, you have to buy those different brushes to get
Yes.
those different functions.
Exactly.
Now, 1 brush, but in this configuration, only on Q, you're getting 2 of the facial brushes. Depending on the frequency change and where you use it on your face or body, it is switching gears to become a different brush.
Right.
So the skin is getting what it uniquely needs.
Right, so built into this are the 2 brush heads again. This is, in here is the deep pore cleansing brush head, which is our #1 best-selling brush head,
Best-selling, yep.
and the sensitive brush head.
Yep.
So by using the chip, 20 seconds on your forehead, it's deep pore. 20 seconds nose and chin, deep pore. Each cheek, it's sensitive brush head.
It
And
even
it's
tells
over.
you when it's time to change the brush.
Right,
Right.
and after the 30 uses or 30 days or 3 months actually, they'll actually go ahead and change it and cause the icon to change on the handle. But what's also great about this is there's a turbo feature. So when you turn it on, you actually can push the button and it actually ramps it up even higher.
You can see the bubbles. When I have this on and I hit the turbo button, you can actually see how the bubbles come out more profusely, I guess you would say.
Because it ramps
So
it
what-
up. See that?
See that?
And I have to tell you, because Dr. Rob and the team, they know that I'm just overtly honest, right? I get it. You're sitting at home and you're like, $249
Yeah.
to wash my face and clean my body and maybe give me a pedicure? I mean, come on now. This thing better be dipped in gold. I am telling you right now, I could never not live with a Clarisonic in my life. My skin, it doesn't even break out the way it used to. The whole complexion, the whole equation, it's totally game changing.
Right.
I get that you're like, yeah, that's kind of an investment. Use the Easy Pay, get it home, try it for 30 days.
Right.
If you do not see a dramatic difference in the glow and the health and the pores and the wrinkles and the this and the texture and the that and the product absorption and the makeup going on smoother and you just feeling like, wow, man, life just got turned back about 20 years on my face and my body, send it back.
Right.
But now this is the unit that does it all. Stacy's
Yeah.
doing her body now.
Right, and what happens, the feature that's built into the chip there, when you turn it on, it becomes a pulsating sonic massage. I don't know if you can see here on the camera how it's moving back and forth in a pulsating fashion. That is great for the neck and the back. When you're in the shower, it's almost like a sonic massage. And then it'll turn into an exfoliating brush. So if you want to work on your elbows, your knees, anywhere we have dry, flaky skin, as Stacy's doing on her décolleté, it does that. And then all of a sudden at the very end, it turns back into a sonic massage brush. Because, I mean, come on, cleaning your face, getting rid of all that makeup, that's great, but it's about me. It's about relaxing, and it's about just having a good time, and this actually will slow down and give you that me moment.
This is a total upgrade opportunity. If you've been using the travel size Mia, if you for the long time owned the original facial but never had the benefit of the plus or the body or even the new pedi, we started with Lisa doing the face. Stacy's doing her body. Wait, it does the feet.
Right.
And I'm not talking cleaning the feet. Dr. Rob, I'm talking about this idea of exfoliating and buffing and refining the calluses and the yuck on the feet.
Well, we took a totally different strategy with the feet. So this disc is a smoothing disc. It actually gets rid of all those rough edges on the calluses, and then you follow with the glycolic lactic boost, and that softens that tissue, and then you seal it in with this incredible balm that dries matte. One of the complaints we heard women say all the time, I put in my foot moisturizer in the bathroom and I have to slip and slide until I get in bed at night because it's so slippery. This will dry matte and you won't have those problems.
So I just want to say that this is such an unbelievable game-changing device in my life. My husband uses one. He uses one that's purple zebra. Again, that's how much he loves his Clarisonic, that he'll even use the ones, right?
You know,
Please don't judge.
I'm not judging.
He's a fragile man. But this is now 10 years in the making, the Smart. Microchips inside the brushes so that the frequency changes and adjusts so that the brush can give you custom skincare treatment and cleansing and exfoliating based on the different areas of the body and those varying needs. And it even now does the feet. We're gonna re-rack here. If you have stories about loving Clarisonic, if you already use yours and it's, I would say today's the time to upgrade and like kind of re-gift the wonderful, still capable used one to someone you love. Here is what we're talking about. The original Clarisonic has won 6 years in a row.
Thank you very much out there.
Best technology, it's patented, it cannot be beat. The ones in the drugstore, in the magazines that claim to be about a third of the price, there is a reason why they're a third of the price. That is not Clarisonic sonic technology. This award and the technology it represents is now made even more perfect, better multitasker, the Smart. The Smart comes with one facial brush head, but now in the configuration here on QVC, it also comes not at retail, but only here with two. This is actually a deep pore cleansing brush and a sensitive brush, all based on the frequency that the Smart knows to change based on the areas of the body or the face that you're using it on. Of course, the body. Normally you would have to buy the Clarisonic Plus to get facial and body cleansing from the Clarisonic. And of course, the body cleansers and the facial polishers that we get you kind of started with in little travel sizes. And then over here, last year we launched the Clarisonic Pedi. It was a whole, almost like a clinical skincare approach for handling buffing and calluses and foot care. And of course, not only do we get started with the formulas that help to make those so efficacious, but also the buffing head that you put on now, the Smart. So it's a facial, body, and foot extravaganza of super high science. So on your screen, this is really the biggest story of all. The Smart Sonic that just launched yesterday at retail is $265 without all the bells and whistles that we have thrown in, and certainly without the Pedi being tacked on to the whole configuration. I did the math. If you picked up the Clarisonic Plus, which does face and body, and you also picked up the Clarisonic Pedi, you would be spending $437. That's not even a number on your screen right now. But you can get this home for $49.80, and we're going to take Denise in New Jersey.
Oh, good.
If you have never tried Clarisonic, today is the day. If I could just draw a halo around this device, because it will unbelievably change your skin and every part of your body. So Denise is in New Jersey. I think she's getting it. Denise, are you there?
Oh, yes, I am here.
Hi.
All right, Denise, how you doing?
Hi, I'm doing great. I don't normally do these testimonials, but I've got to tell you, this product, it took me a while to buy it because, you know, it's expensive.
Yep.
But worth every single penny.
Totally.
That's great.
It has changed my face, my fine lines, and I'm 58 years old. People were saying, what are you doing? What are you doing to your skin?
Yep.
I'm like, Clarisonic.
That's great.
And it's such a wonderful, wonderful product.
Now, Denise, do you just use the Clarisonic technology for your face? Do you own the Plus? Are you getting the TSV? Have you ever tried the Pedi? What's the story?
I have the body. I got it when it was a today's special value with the body brush. And I use it over my entire body. I had very dry skin behind my arms. I tried every lotion under the sun to get rid of it. And it wasn't until I used the body brush that came with my Clarisonic with the holder, and my skin is soft as a baby's behind.
Oh, that's great.
So awesome.
And it's just a wonderful product. I would recommend it to anybody. I talked two of my friends into buying this new smart technology. I'm kind of hoping mine will break so I can, but I don't think they're going to.
You know, you can always will it to someone.
They have this one, but I love it. And I also have the Pedi too, and it's fabulous.
It's
the
great.
whole system is just phenomenal,
Awesome.
and what a great value for this. I wish that I didn't have, but I'm happy what I have.
Amen.
I love this
Amen.
idea, and I think it's great. I have every brush
Fantastic.
under the sun. Sensitive, pores, cashmere, they're all wonderful.
Oh, great.
You're a total delight.
You're awesome, Denise. Thank you for all the kind words.
Yeah, keep enjoying.
Oh, thank you so much for talking to me. I really do appreciate it.
Our
And you guys
pleasure.
have a wonderful day.
You
All right,
too.
thanks.
You
Denise.
too. Take care.
Bye-bye. Take care.
Bye.
So I think this is a good time, by the way, because keep your calls coming. We got 8-9 minutes left with Dr. Rob. This is a great time for me to kind of be a little devil's advocate with you, and it's a great lead-in to that video that you put together of all the features.
Right.
Because when Denise is talking about how amazing the facial and body Clarisonic is, the Plus as we call
Right.
it. You know, you already had an awesome.
Right.
The Clarisonic was already great. So if
Yes.
someone came up to you on the street and said, "Look, bud,
Right.
between you and me, you're a pretty rich guy, you're a pretty smart guy. Like this whole Clarisonic thing has worked out pretty well.
It has worked out
Why
pretty
are
well.
you spending all your time reinventing something that was already awesome?"
Because the reason we got into this whole skincare thing in the beginning with the original Clarisonic is we want people to feel good about themselves. And even though the Clarisonic is really a great product and it does things for people depending upon whether it's the Pedi, the face brush, or the body, there's still more to improve on.
Yeah.
And we're always at Clarisonic. We have a lot of engineers there that are always just working on sonic devices. They're awesome. We have clinical people working and studying and doing all these wonderful images that you see
Yeah.
here. That is what we're focused on because we want people, when they get up in the morning and they look in the mirror, they're proud of what they see.
They feel
They
great.
feel great. And this is the product to do it because this is now taking Clarisonic to the next level. The brush heads are all computer chipped, so it actually can take over the handle and change the frequency to give you the most incredible clean
Yep.
you can get. Not only are the brush heads chipped so that it can then, once it attaches to the handle, it takes over and it knows which brush head has been attached. It tracks how often you use it. So when you actually need to change your brush head, it indicates it on the handle. Right there's the little indicator. It tells you how much battery charge you have. It tells you when you're in the smart mode. It actually has a turbo button to push up that power. And this particular offering comes with not only the body brush, but 2 of these dynamic brushes so the handle can keep track of both of those for you and your partner.
Plus, you know, when we talk about like the face Clarisonic and then the face and body, which is the Plus, and then the one for Pedi, those are great. But honestly, when you can invent the smartest, coolest, bestest, most powerful, and roll all those units into one handset,
Yes.
so I'm not buying and traveling with and storing and taking out and plugging in and using all of those
Right.
things, amazing.
Right.
So we are going to go back to the phones because
Oh,
this is
good.
our final presentation. This is it. You are not going to see this presented on air again later today. The value is extraordinary. When I just do my own math, you're looking at easily a unit that does the functions of what it would cost you about $430 if you had to buy the devices individually that Clarisonic makes to do
Yeah.
now what the new Smart does. And so on your screen, $249, who cares about that? Do Easy Pay, $49 and change. Shelly in Florida, I think, is doing
All right.
just that. Hi,
Hi,
Shelly.
Shelly.
Hi, how are you?
Great.
Good, how are you? Are you getting the TSV?
Pardon me?
Are you getting the Today Special Value?
Yes, I am.
Good, good, good. And how come?
Well, I've been watching every time Clarisonic has a special, and I was just not completely sold yet, but today I can't pass this up. I'm so excited.
Great.
So that's why I decided to buy it today. So I'm very excited.
Oh, I'm
Good.
thrilled.
So the thing is, Shelly, you're going to see a total difference. So you've never used Clarisonic before? Is that the
I've never used Clarisonic before.
You're going to be amazed. So what I want you to do, this is what I tell everybody that hasn't bought one, look at yourself in the mirror. You know, women know their faces better than anybody else. Men don't care about those kind of things. But look at those fine lines. Look at the pores. Examine your face before you ever use it. Put a lot of cleanser on the Clarisonic. Put a lot of water. Go through the steps of cleansing your face according to the protocol. Rinse your face. Look at your face after one use. And you call us back and you let me know what you see. And I guarantee your skin is going to feel softer and smoother after one use.
Well, thank you. I cannot wait to get it and start using it right away.
Shelley,
Great.
it's so awesome. Now, where in Florida do you live?
Tampa area.
Okay. So I used to live in Orlando, and there are parts of the summer season that get ridiculously
Sticky.
humid and sticky in Florida. So your
is true.
pores get all clogged, and they just get together and have a real old party in there with the oil and the stick and the dirt and the stuff. This, as Dr. Rob said, is absolutely, I think, going to completely change how you look at your skin, how you feel about your skin, how your skin looks. And we would love to hear from you, because it's such a treat, Dr. Rob,
Yeah.
when we have someone who actually to this
Definitely.
day has still not tried your
I know,
technology.
it's great.
Well, thank you very much.
Thank
All
you,
right,
Shelley.
thank you, Shelley. You take care.
Take care.
You
Bye-bye.
too.
Bye. Should we go back to Lisa?
Yeah, let's go back to Lisa. The thing that's great is that we do a lot of clinical research. We started flashing up the images. We'll get to those later, but this sort of gives it to you in a nutshell. Women use a lot of makeup that's waterproof, and it's harder and harder to get off. And I'll just let Lisa tell you how it's done.
Well, when you wash your face by hand, especially with long-wearing makeup, you sort of get a smudge, and I'd have to get a washcloth really to get any sort of movement out of that. And you've seen me do this before, and I've told you it removed it 6 times more effectively, but with the Smart Profile, we're talking 11 times more effectively. So watch this. Look how quickly all of this makeup, and I want you to also notice, if you've seen this before, do you see those suds?
Awesome.
That is awesome. That is truly this optimal frequency working at its best, and you can see on the brush that it's so bubbly. It's such a foamy, rich cleanse, and people think, well, can I use it twice a day? Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's designed to
Yes.
be used twice a day. There's even this little turbo button. I use this around my nose area, like you were saying, summertime. I'm that way all year long. When you hit that turbo button, you can see the bubbles start to come out even more so. It just gives you that little boost. I use it on my nose every day.
Did you hear it dropped in the frequency?
Yeah.
Now it's telling you to go to your cheeks,
Yes.
because that's a very delicate area, and it's now become a sensitive brush. In the beginning, it was a deep pore, and then it drops it down and it becomes a sensitive. And the great thing is totally waterproof. You can
Totally
use it in the shower.
waterproof.
And when it's
Yeah.
time to change the brush head, because that's critical to keeping the whole thing working so efficaciously, it will even beep and tell you, hey, it's time, your 3 months
Right.
are up, time to switch
Yeah.
out the heads. And by the way, you
That's
can
right.
go on auto delivery for the smart heads, but we've got one last caller and we
Oh,
want to fit her
good,
in.
yes.
Because the stories about Clarisonic lovers
All right.
are so awesome. And Karen is also in Florida, like our
Oh,
last
good.
caller
Oh,
was.
nice.
Karen, are you there?
Yes, I am.
Hey, it's Shawn, Dr. Rob, Lisa, we're all here, girl.
Hey.
So are you getting the Today Special Value?
Yes, I am. I have one of the old Clarisonics, which I have used for years and absolutely loved. But when I saw this today, I thought, oh, I've got to get this too. I love my Clarisonic. I use it faithfully. I have a lot of comments about my skin. I'm almost 62 years old, and I have very, very few wrinkles. It has reduced the size of my pores. Plus, by getting a really good job with cleaning, the products that I use afterwards are better absorbed, and I think I have to use less of them.
Right.
But I am so excited about this new product and can't wait to start using it.
Karen, you know the new one works on your feet too.
I know. That is something. I'm just really excited about this.
Yeah.
We don't in public places and at parties, Karen, talk about calluses, but we all got them, sister. And this is the clinical way to get rid of them.
Well, also where she lives in Florida, you use sandals
Right.
a lot
Oh,
more.
there's no
than-
hiding 'em, a
Yeah,
lot more
you
than
can't
us.
hide those calluses.
Exactly. I'll admit to having them.
Oh, Karen, I am thrilled that we had such a tremendous configuration, such an awesome price, such great easy pay. I pray you did the easy pay.
I just paid all in one payment.
Oh,
All
wow,
right.
look at you.
Go for it.
Well, let us
But
know.
if anybody is sitting on the fence and not sure whether they want to do this, this is something that you can do for yourself.
Yep.
With noticeable changes, and it just makes you feel good about yourself.
You got it. Oh,
Right.
Karen, what a great way to finish. Thank you for that call. Enjoy.
Thank you.
Take care.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Can I just say one last thing, because I'm
Yeah.
such an advocate of
Sure.
your whole thing. That you know, I think a lot of times when we have bad skin, breakout
Right.
prone or texture weird or fine lines and wrinkles or just not aging gracefully,
Right.
we're apt to think, man, I got dealt a bad hand in the genetic thing. It is not that. You
You're
are
right.
just not cleaning your face. It's real simple.
Yeah, it's true.
This just cleans the surface, but a pore goes down there. What
Right.
you doing about down there? Because there's stuff all up in there that you are not getting out, and that's what the Clarisonic predicates the whole thing on. And of course here, Dr. Rob, your pictures tell
That's
that
right.
story too.
Removes the makeup, manual cleansing, you can see the results on the bottom. Sonic cleansing, it gets rid of it. What else can I say?
Well, we want to just remind you, this is also a device, the new Smart.
Oh yeah,
For
because you
the
can actually put the body
body.
brush on, which is a smart brush head, and it actually helps you prepare your skin for tanning. On the left, you can see after manual exfoliation, you still have brown spots, whereas with the Smart Profile Body Brush, it's removed those spots, and so your skin is ready to be tanned, so you can look like a bronze baby.
9,000 of these ordered today, over 1,000 in this show, and our value is exceptional. The device itself at retail is $265. For $249, you get the device, an extra brush head for the face, products both for the face and also all the products plus the buffing disc for the feet, of which all of those cost extra elsewhere. And of course, you know, we want to encourage you, since this is the very last look at it on air, and we thank Dr. Rob and the whole
Thank
team
you
for an
very much.
amazing day.
Take care, you're awesome, Shawn.
You're going to have to check it out on QVC.com from here on out if you want to check it out, because this is it. We're going to move into the rest of our Beauty High Tech Tool Show. We're going to have a one-time only next hour with 2 hours of Dooney and Burke. I just can't tell you